Flight Boss, bitch. For sure. You're not listening to the Mind Eminent Terry Smooth, Flight Boss, the Archangel Uriel. And I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And I just left from somewhere, right? And I had got a good question, which this answer should be pretty obvious. But I understand. It's like I understand how people can look past this and still be unaware. So for the most part, this was the question or whatever. There was like, now this, before we break this down, a fixed star is not a star that's not moving. It just appears not to be moving based upon your location. So the further away you from a star, the more it's going to appear not to be moving. But every star is moving. So the question was, yo, Dolo, I understand this astrology shit and all that, but look, we could find everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We could find Medusa, we could find Pleiades, we could find Gabrielle, we could find Michael, we could find all these other stars, because Formahalt is Gabrielle, Aldebaran is Michael, things of that nature. Y'all know where Pleiades at, y'all know where Medusa at. So they like, okay, if we all stars, then where the fuck is Jesus? So it kind of made me smirk a little, because it's like, damn, this is something you should know, but at the same time, I understand why you don't. So here's the thing. Say you was in another constellation that wasn't in this constellation, right? Say you was in another constellation and you looking at things the way we looking at it, and you like, damn, where's the Jesus fixed star? How do you channel that energy? How do you channel that influence? What's going to happen is the Jesus fixed star is going to be this sun. This sun you up under right now, motherfucker. You right. That's right. This sun you up under right now. That would be the Jesus fixed star if you was in another constellation. So then when you look at the energy, right? This all aspects, let's take Jesus out the equation real quick, right? In this realm, under this star, right? Y'all all follow that star in some way, shape, and form. For the most part, you don't like to do anything unless it's the daytime. You go into your runt when it's nighttime. You think that's the only time you're really supposed to go into your runt, aka your house or your casket or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You hide from the darkness. Y'all give all these negative energies and meanings and reasonings to the darkness, and why this, why that. Y'all didn't made concepts about the sun actually going down and ascending. So it's descending and ascending now, and then y'all attach that to some type of spiritual nature and shit, to the point that that energetic, that spirit that's in that body right now playing that role didn't pushed out so much information that y'all carry out that information in all ways, shapes, and forms. Y'all carry that information out through y'all religion, through y'all everyday life, through y'all meanings and reasonings in this realm. So all of y'all, it don't matter if you're an atheist or not. The people who calculated the time after the sun is following this star in one way, shape, and form. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you need to get in mind also. So that's why all your religion is going to sound like a form of following the sun. That's why all your sciences and things of that nature is a form of following the sun. That's why all your motherfucking everything is correlated to the sun in this realm. So the fixed star, Jesus will be this sun. You know what I'm saying? That's how you find this sun. The same way you want to find where motherfucking the nigga who Aries, that spirit is in the body, shape, and form of the planet Mars right now. So if you want to find Aries, it'll be in Mars. You see what I'm saying? Aries got a feminine side, which is Scorpio. So if you want to find Scorpio, you go to Mars. You see what I'm saying? But if you want to understand the depth of Scorpio, then you add the Pluto. You add the extra energy influences of the spirit that's in Pluto. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? If you want to find so for the most part, for all Leos out there, Leos are the only, and I'm a Leo ascendant, so I understand it, but it's not my actions or my reactions, it's just my personality, the way I express myself, the spirit you may catch. But for the most part, this for all sun and moon sign Leos, or wherever you got Leo at. Leo is the only sign ruled by the sun, so all Leos carry out an energy signature of the star, the energy that the spirit that's in that star pushing out. So this is why Leos like to get attention. This is why Leos like to ascend. This is why Leos are center stage. This is why Leos are stars. You know what I'm saying? This is why Leos are bright. You know, sometimes they can get self-centered. You know what I'm saying? They could overpower themselves into leadership positions, and they like to play the role of everything we see in this realm of reality. So, you know, Leos are ruled by the Jesus star. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna find Selena, the spirit of Selena right now is in the moon. See what I'm saying? If you wanna find Aphrodite, the spirit of her is right now in motherfucking Venus. But there aren't the only. See, this is what you need to understand. Your spirit is your space, right? So you create and manifest everything you want in and out of your space. So and look at that as your body too. The first pieces you created with your brain and all the blood cells and all that shit. You created the first couple light bodies that help layer create the other bodies and shit. So without that first couple bodies, the other bodies won't work. But here, this is what you need to understand. As a motherfucking spirit, you create something out of your spirit. You create something out of your space. Your frequency vibration, your ability to be a frequency of spirit and to vibrate, become an individual and create a first light body. Now, you create shapes and forms, right? Now, within this shape and form you create, once that shape and form got all your information in it, but it's physical because we create the energy realm from non-physical to physical shit. Now, once you outuse that body as a spirit and that body dies and get ready to transform and go into something else, another spirit, a lesser spirit, a spirit that came after you in this astral travel will be able to use that shape and form. Now, that shape and form has transformed and got into something else, but it's still a shape and form. And then another spirit can come and inhabit that. And then with all this information, it becomes like a water fountain line. It becomes like a travel, a follow the leader thing, where this is how where a spirit would be like, okay, this is the way to reach the egg. And then all the spirits that's following that spirit will keep following that. And then you get more shapes and forms the higher it go. Now, as you as a spirit, you keep that don't mean you stopped. You kept creating bigger shapes and forms. So all the lesser spirits could take your many shapes and forms. And you become the spiritual being of that influence, whatever come up in your concept or your world or your being. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, they get to play out many different attributes of you, but they're all you, but then you're still doing the same thing in a bigger realm. You get what I'm saying? So when we talk about things like the sun, that spirit that's in the sun right now, she just gonna live for 1,000, 2,000 or something years, and then the sun is gonna die out and then transform, and then another spirit gonna be able to inhabit that to create a bigger shape and form off that one, and then the cycle keep going. So in the next generation, after this 2,000 years is up, they might not call it the spirit that will be in that light vessel that y'all call the sun. The spirit in that may not have y'all call it the sun no more. It may have y'all call it something else. Because it was a spirit in it before. They called it Helios. It was a spirit in it before. They called it something else. It was a spirit in it before. They called it something else. So that's what you need to understand. You know, we could Judas, all of these motherfuckers is in the stars. You know what I'm saying? All of these motherfuckers. And you are birthed just like them, out of a space. And you're going to get bigger and you go in there also right now. So keep that in mind. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air. Ee-hee.